This year's coverage of the Consumer Electronics Show was brought to you in part by Lenovo and their Legion Y720 gaming notebook. The Legion Y720 is powering all of the videos shot this year in Las Vegas. What's going on, guys? It's Keith with WCCF Tech TV, and we just left the NVIDIA suite over at the Wynn. It's really cool. We didn't get a chance to do the filming in there. While we were in there, it was actually the same time that the power went out at the convention center, and it actually blinked over here, and it kind of delayed everything, so we're running a little bit behind. But what we wanted to talk about was two big things that we took away from the NVIDIA suite. One is the BFGD as well as GeForce Now. But we're going to jump in and talk about the big format gaming displays were all the rage. They had actually 3 of them set up over there, and we got some details on it so we can talk about that. It was really neat, really immersive. I actually got a chance to try it out myself. Was a little bit impressed by it. Going in, wasn't really thinking a whole lot about it, but after seeing it in action, well, I don't know, I'm kind of a believer. But what are we looking at here? We're looking at, they're partnered up with HP, ASUS, as well as Acer to bring these, and they actually had one of each on display. We'll get to those here in just a moment. But what we're looking at is a 65-inch full array direct backlighting monitor, or a TV, running at 4K 120 hertz. So finally we're breaking past 4K 60. We're looking at 120 hertz. It was butter smooth. We played Destiny 2 on it. And looking at the color gamut, it's approved for DCI-P3 color gamut, so even better colors than normal. The HDR is up to 1,000 nits. We got a demo of that. We're probably showing it right now. You're probably taking a look at that, as well as ultra low latency. Now, the ultra low latency, I can definitely speak to that because the demo that we ran while I played Destiny 2 on it, very poorly, mind you, but it was on a Logitech wireless keyboard and mouse, and I didn't have any problems. Of course, outside of, there was a lot in there, but it was still perfectly playable, barely noticeable on the latency. But there was a slight amount, nothing to really panic about. Probably if you put a wired mouse in there, you'd be perfectly fine. Now, it does feature the NVIDIA Shield, which is built into the display, and it comes with an individual controller and a remote. Now, it does also feature the game stream technology, so you do not have to have your computer hooked up directly to it in your home. And it does do Steam games, the Steam game stream, so that's really cool. Now, along with the NVIDIA game stream, that also is supporting G-Sync, so that's a really cool feature there. Now, availability, they're talking mid-summer. There's no price point yet, but they did say comparable to other monitors in that classification. I don't know how many 65-inch monitors there really are floating around on the market, but that may give you an idea of what to expect for pricing. Now, the I/O, we did ask about it, the I/O on the back. They said it's dependent on the manufacturer, but the HP Omen that we played on had DisplayPort as well as HDMI. So at least you've got 2 options there, so you can hook up additional devices. Now, speaking of, again, they had 3 models on display. The one we gamed on was the HP Omen. It's hooked up to an HP Omen computer, which is really cool. But next to it, they had the Acer Predator monitor, and then behind us, we did have the ASUS Swift on display. So we got to see all of those, and they were really, really nice. We did get a moment to take a look at NVIDIA Freestyle, which is an iteration and a continuation of their Ansel technology, but it's a little bit different. We're actually going to bring you a dedicated video on that later once I get back home and get to play with it and show you how that works. But the other thing that we looked at was the NVIDIA GeForce Now. We actually saw it running on a variety of laptops, ranging from a $2,500 MacBook Pro that really sucks at gaming, running Rainbow Six Siege, and all the way down to a $200 HP StreamBook. So it's actually really interesting to see that work, and it was very low latency. It was actually quite playable. And notice I said Rainbow Six Siege. That's not a Steam title. That's not a GeForce. That's actually a Uplay title. One of the things they announced here at CES was they picked up Uplay as well. They got Uplay support, and they've also got a Windows client is live now. So and they've got new servers in Amsterdam. So now they serve the North America and European regions. Another thing that they talked about was they got 160 titles that are supported, with more coming at launch. Looking at cloud saves as well as ultimate settings in the games that you play. So the fun thing going right now, we didn't get any pricing information because right now it's in free beta. And the catch here is, though, unlike the GeForce Now on the Shield, on the GeForce Now free beta that's running, you're going to need to either own the games that are in the Steam, Origin, or Uplay library, or you're going to have to buy them. So if you've already got a library, you can go ahead and try this out for yourself, which is really cool. So no charge on that. And if you're somebody that travels a lot and you want to carry a very light, thin laptop that's very inexpensive for doing word processing, browsing, what have you, and you've got access to 25 megabit or higher internet, you can stream your own games that you already own and use your cloud saves so that you're up and running. Or even if you go, say, visit family members, you can load it up on there and boom, you're playing your games. So those are the big takeaways from us here at the NVIDIA suite at CES. Was the BFGD. So big format gaming displays are huge, literally and figuratively speaking, and GeForce Now is coming a long way, and it's really cool to see this in action. So this has been Keith with WCCF Tech TV. We appreciate you and thank you, and catch you in the next video.